Yeah.
And sometimes you'll just hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Because like I tell my wife all the time, I'm working for God.
Yeah.
And the thing of that means if I got to hurt their feeling a little bit, guess what? It's just what it is.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we all gonna get out on our knees.
Yeah.
And I want Jesus to say, look, you know what? Hey, Pastor Ray, thank you for doing something right. Because sometimes, it's like I told my son, sometimes people have to cry to realize they're in the middle of the road to get back to Jesus.
Yeah.
And the goal is, as leaders, we have to try to get them there. But at some time, leaders just won't do it. Long as I'm in the middle of the road, they love me. They say, long as Pastor Ray in the middle of the road, I love him. But when Pastor Ray want to get on Jesus' side, Jesus' side, then I have a problem. Yeah. And I understand exactly what you're talking about, because as you get elevated into another position by God, people get jealous. Yeah. And they don't even know why they're jealous. Yeah. But at the same time, they don't want the responsibility. Yeah. Because they don't understand what you have to do behind closed doors to get your position when you're talking to God. Yeah. So that's the way I look at situations, and that's why I look at a lot of things now. Like I told the guy I was working with, you for Jesus or you for Satan. There's no middle of the road. So you decide what you want to do. That's right. I left him there. And I won't walk. I just left and I said, think about it. When you think about it, you come back and talk to me. And I left. That's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ray. I really appreciate that. God knows I miss hearing just the level of wisdom that God gives you, and a lot of what you teach on, and a lot of what you teach on is leadership. You teach on leadership, and because you're an old salt. Your leadership has been tested. It's been tested. You have during the rough seas, and the same way in ministry. God, you have been through some rough seas in the last year. I only know what God showed, but this last year has been some rough seas. And the beauty of your rough seas is that you didn't quit. You can jump ship if you like, but there's a whole lot of swimming to do to get back to shore.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
I tell people all the time, the ocean is really big. You cannot swim in the ocean, but you can float. You can float with somebody. You think you are swim in the ocean? Good luck.
Yes.
You're the best swimmers in the ocean.
Yes, sir. God, I love y'all so much. Yes.
God, you want
yes, amen.
Keep up the work. Keep up the good work. It's very exciting. Comments. It's very
bless you. Bless you so much, Pastor. Doctor. We gotta talk. We gotta talk soon. But thank you all so much. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Anyone else want to add anything?
I just want to say to what he said, because we know in these last days the Bible says that the generation would be weaker and wiser.
Yes.
So the weaker ones now cannot take a tough word. And so, but where we came along, and I tell my husband, I tell other people, and I told him this morning, there were so many years I asked God, why am I going through this? Because it just seemed like it was so hard. But had I not had all of the very difficult situations, then I know that I really wouldn't be able to stand in this time right here. So what we have to help other people to understand. I think sometimes we have to do it on the front end because if we let them get into it and then they start experiencing some of that stuff, they're gonna jump. He said, but if we let them know on the front end, okay, we love you and Jesus loves you too, but there's a cost for the journey. It's not something that there is a clue it. And so that way they can begin to embrace in their mindset the cost factor. And it's just like you said, so many people want to get the numbers in terms of seat fillers that has the real message of Jesus Christ. And, it goes back to what Paul said: if any man preach any other gospel to you, let him be accursed. He was not playing any games with false prophets, teachers. He wasn't playing any games. He says, let them be accursed. He said, in fact, he said, if I or even an angel or anybody preach any other gospel to you, then let them be accursed. Now that was not a middle of the road statement. He didn't say, let's just try to fix them up and he said, let them be accursed. Amen. So that's really a very significant warning for what we might be hearing and listening to at this time. Even in I hate to keep going on, but I want to say this too, because Paul said in the book of Corinthians that he says that I'm so concerned about you that I've preached the truth of the gospel to you, but when these other people come around, you entertain them. And I'm concerned about you because I preach so that I could present you as a chaste virgin unto Jesus Christ. I could present you pure to him. And so his concern was that, okay, now you're entertaining all these other gospels that